everyone, my name is Tara Schumann, and today I'm going to interview three of my favorite people, and I'm going to let them introduce themselves.
Hello, my name is Teddy Schumann, and I live in Canton, Massachusetts.
Who's this?
And this is my sister Annabelle.
Hi, I'm Brian Schumann, and I also live in Canton, Massachusetts. And this is my daughter Annabelle, my son Teddy, and my wife Tara.
And we are going to talk today about our experience with breast cancer, because I was diagnosed when I was 32 years old, which was almost 3 years ago, with triple positive breast cancer. And obviously that's affected my family. So these brave guys here today are going to tell you a little bit about that experience, and I'm going to interview them. So my first question is going to be for Brian, and it's going to be for him to tell me all of the reasons why he loves me.
That's really weird.
All
Okay,
the
this
reasons.
is not working out.
Okay, so seriously though, the first question is for me, for you to tell us, about the morning that you remember me being diagnosed.
Oh boy. Well, I remember that the three of us were at the zoo. There was a zoo in South Attleboro, right? No, it was the Capron Zoo, and I took these guys there. This is a fun daddy day out, and I remember you had an appointment in the morning, and I asked you, if I should come with you, because obviously we had found a lump just a few days earlier, and I asked, should I come with you? And he said, no, I'm sure it's nothing. And so I didn't really think anything of it until I saw your name pop up on my cell phone, calling us while we were at the zoo. And as soon as I saw your name pop up, I just got a bad feeling. I don't know why I can't describe it. I just remember seeing like, oh, this doesn't seem right. And so I remember picking up the phone, hearing your voice, and could automatically and instantaneously tell that something was wrong. And the conversation is pretty hazy, trying to remember what we said to each other. But obviously, you told me that they found something. They think that they found something, and they want to do a biopsy. And I just remember sort of, the zoo was sort of spinning at that point. And I just remember when you hear stuff and you hear news like that and hear things like that, you just sort of block everything else out. I remember sort of holding them close, holding Teddy, because I just remember didn't want him to stray off or anything like that. And yeah, it just was earth-shattering, to say the least.
So you've already kind of touched on this, but how was it for you being a father to a 1-year-old and a 4-year-old while I was going through first a bilateral mastectomy and then chemotherapy and Herceptin treatment?
It's hard because you don't ever want to let your mind go to bad places, but when your wife's diagnosed with cancer, your mind frequently goes to bad places. And it's one of those things where sometimes you just look at your 4-year-old and you look at your 1-year-old, and you just get teary-eyed with emotion, thinking about how lucky you are in so many ways, and how unlucky you are in so many ways to have something so young happen to your wife, who was only 33 years old. So it was hard, because I think that, especially this guy, who was even at 4 years old, very, very observant, very smart. You're still smart, right? Kind of. Okay. He knew something was going on. He knew something was up. He could tell something was going on, and that there were changes, and there were more people over the house stopping by. The mommy and daddy had to go places, and it was hard because trying to tell him what was going on, but at the same time try to keep things as normal as possible for him was a challenge. But I think we did a good job with that. I think he kind of came out as normal, as kind of normal, I should say, kind of normal. Okay, and it was hard because we try to be what you were amazing at was being a mom and a wife through all of your treatment, while also going through chemotherapy and surgeries, and I try to be a dad and a husband, but also caregiver, and to add on that extra role of being a caregiver in addition to father and husband and all the other roles that I play. It was difficult.
This question's for Teddy. Teddy, what do you remember about me first being diagnosed with breast cancer?
When people were coming back and stopping and giving food to us.
They were. They were giving us so
That's
much
right.
nice food, right?
That's right.
That's right. And I notice on a lot of your school papers you draw pink ribbons, don't you?
Where
So
do
tell
you have
me
pink
about
ribbons? You have one right now, too, on your what?
My snowman?
Your snowman, yeah.
True. And you have on your baseball cap.
Baseball cap, right?
And so tell me what the pink ribbon means to you. Why do you like them?
Because Mommy had breast cancer.
So it reminds you what it reminds you of me? You like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so fun. The pink ribbons are, we talk about them a lot. And seeing this guy draw so many pink ribbons and wear pink and sort of embrace the pink ribbon is such a strange thing, because, I think he does associate the pink ribbon with his mother. And I think that's probably why he draws them so much. And I think it's more of out of love for his mom that he does it, in sort of like a pride in his mom, because I think he definitely realizes, even though he's only 7 years old or 6 years old or 5 years old when he was drawing them, he definitely realized that his mom was very, very strong through something that was very difficult. And I think that's something that why he wears pink and wears the ribbons with pride, right, buddy?
Yeah.